Good morning, Intenders.
Good morning.
Welcome to Morning Intentions. Today is Monday, December 15th, and we're glad you're joining us for our month of trust. Annette, you said you wanted to start us off with something. I'm not sure what, but you said, can I say something right at the beginning? And of course I said yes, so talk away.
Okay. What I wanted to say is this is the first day of our last week of podcasting for this year, 2025. It's been a challenging, wonderful year. And I just really wanted to express our appreciation for everyone who has joined us on the podcast, to all of our clients who come in for coaching and listen to the podcast. And we've worked on so many amazing things together. We've grown together. We've cried together. We've been challenged together. And it's been one of those years where so many of our clients have truly made extraordinary steps on their total transformation of self. So I just really wanted to start this last week. We will be here until Friday, and then we'll have 2 weeks off, and we'll be back the first week of January. But I wanted to express our gratitude for all of the hard work. And many of our listeners are not clients. We don't know you personally, but we truly appreciate you listening in. This isn't a podcast that we're talking about inflammatory things. There's people that we will talk with and they'll say, well, I was listening to true crime, or I was listening to this over here, more politically based podcasts. And of course, those are the podcasts that get the most listens and views. Totally understand that. This is more of a podcast that's the nuts and bolts of life. We try to keep it simple, yet we try to keep everyone moving forward. We try to also talk about different subjects in the personal development realm. Ada and I look forward to coming into our cozy little podcasting studio and making the podcasts each day. We don't make them far in advance. Sometimes we can make maybe 2 or at the most 3 episodes in a day, but typically we're coming here every day just like you're coming here every day. And we appreciate you being intentional about joining us, and we're excited for 2026. We even want to be more intentional in 2026. So just a big thank you from us to you to start off this last week of podcasting in 2025.
Thank you for that, and I concur with everything you said. It has been such a wonderful year. It amazes me still, because this is our 3rd year of the podcast. Our 4th one will start in January, on January 5th. And I can't believe how much I've grown through this experience, how much I've changed, how much I've learned. And that's what motivates me to sit down behind this microphone each and every day that we record an episode, because I can sit down there and say, well, what am I going to learn today? Sometimes, Annette, you just say these things and it's like, wow, I never even thought about that. Like the hustle culture. Never even thought I had a problem with the hustle culture, but I guess I do. So I'm looking forward to what next year holds. I've been so thankful and blessed by this last year, and we'll see where 2026 takes us.
As you were talking, Ada, I looked up where all of our listeners are from. And when we think of a podcast community, we may not see one another face to face, but we have people from the United States, from Canada, from Greece, from Australia, Japan, Singapore, Germany, Algeria, Spain, and the UK. And when you think about just the United States, we have people, when you're thinking about just the United States, from Colorado, of course, but then New Jersey, Florida, California, Arizona, Illinois, Pennsylvania, Virginia, Vermont, Massachusetts, Michigan, New York, Tennessee, Utah, Washington, Ohio, Oklahoma, Iowa, Minnesota, Texas, Wisconsin, Wyoming, Connecticut, Georgia, Kentucky, Nevada, Alaska, Alabama, DC, Maryland, Maine, Montana, North Carolina, New Mexico, and South Carolina. Literally almost the entire country. You might feel alone when you're doing your personal development work, but look at all the people from around the world, 2/3 of the country. We're all joining together with this little podcast, plugging away with our personal development work. You're not alone. You have us, you have our community. And when we're thinking about building trust in ourselves, sometimes it's easier to know that we're not alone. And that trust can come when we know we're just not by ourselves trying to make it through life. We've got a whole community behind us. And we care about each and every listener. We love you. We appreciate the time that you take to join us each day. And maybe that will be a help when you're feeling a little bit alone. Even during the holiday season, sometimes it can feel kind of lonely. You're not alone. We're here with you. And I wanted to share that part too.
And knowing that we're not alone on this personal development journey can help with what is the topic of this week, thinking about trust in terms of structuring our lives in a way that help our nervous systems. When we're all wrapped up in the chaos and when life is stressful, it becomes near impossible to trust because our attention and our focus and our fear is pulling us in all different directions. Just like from the first week of December, when we're in fear, we can't trust. When our nervous systems are on fire and they are not sure of how safe we're going to be, is there going to be enough money? Oh, this person needs my attention. Oh, I'm codependent with this person over here. My boss is calling me at all hours of the night. We can't trust when we're in those situations. And of course, not every situation is within our control, but we can do our utmost to take care of the situations and the attitudes and the behavior and the effort that is well within our control. We don't have to have a codependent attitude with our dear sweet mothers. We don't have to have a stressful way of relating and communicating with our partners. If it's something that's in our control, we can make it our mission to ensure that those parts of life, the parts that we have control over, are peaceful, build us up, are not stressful. If we can do that, that makes it so much easier to trust in the parts of life that are outside of our control, or the parts of life that we can only influence. We can't directly make them what we want them to be. And coming full circle, Annette, you can attest to this, a challenge of my life has been where if I am trying to do what I think is the right thing, and it doesn't seem like other people are participating in that way of living, or they're lying, or they're cheating, they're stealing, part of me says, well, why am I trying so hard? Why am I trying so hard to do what I think is right when it seems like no one else is? And I will use the general, no one else is doing it. And then you'll remind me, well, no, it's not, that's not true. You're not the only one. And where you're saying our listeners are from is a testament to that. If we're all working hard to do the right thing and to take care of ourselves and to show up as the best version of ourselves, you're not the only one doing it. And we also want to do the right thing simply because it's the right thing. To me, looking at where our listeners are from or communicating with them, that helps me remind myself, well, wait, no, it's not everyone. It can feel like everyone in the moment, but it's not everyone really. There's a lot of people out there working hard to be the best version of themselves, and that's what we're doing here on Morning Intentions. And then that helps us with our nervous systems, which then helps us to trust and trust the love that's inside of us.
So let's make that our intention for today. We know we're not alone in this work.
I love that. I am not alone in this work. That's a beautiful intention. Thank you for that. And thank you for joining us today. And this is true every single time we say it. Our day is better because you are part of our day. See you tomorrow.
See you then.